Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I want to talk about this movie that's coming out next spring, Civil War. And I'm kind of connecting the dots because there's another movie that, like I told you, they were watching at the house that was produced by Michelle Obama and Barack about China, basically, about other countries, about things like conspiracy type. And I just want to kind of talk about it. So I just watched the trailer, A24 Civil War. It's kind of weird how we hearing all of this stuff. We're hearing about China possibly attacking us in 2025. We're hearing about complete chaos taking place in 2024. I want to say to those who believe they are better than us 99%, come on, man. Go find something to do, man. I know you get bored and stuff like that, man. Just chill out, man. You know? Because now it's like we're hearing all this stuff about China. That China was mentioned in the movie that Barack just produced. I haven't watched it yet. And now, recently we heard that China tried to knock out some grids in Hawaii and Texas. So in the trailer, he said to the other guy, he said, look, we're Americans here. He said, what kind of American are you? And the first thing I thought about was all the different propaganda that is being put before the eyes of the American people. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. I've said this many times on this channel. Part of the Matrix, escaping the Matrix, is realizing that the other races of people are not your enemy. The mindset is your enemy. The mindset that causes the behaviors that you don't like is your enemy. It's not any race of people. It's not black. It's not white. It's not Latino. It's not Asian. It's the behaviors that come from the mindsets that you don't like. You don't like when people steal. You don't like this. You don't like that. If you don't like somebody for not having as much money as you, we're not even talking about that. You just goofy. But we talking about the behaviors that you don't like. The behaviors that make your family unsafe. It's not the people that's your enemy. It's the behavior that's your enemy. It's the producers of the behavior that's your enemy. Not any race of people. The rap music that leads to all the robbing and all the carjacking and all of that, that's your enemy. Not the people who are too gullible not to do it. People that's gullible and docile, listening to these rappers who they pay, the people who want to create the chaos, pay these guys to sing about and rap about the chaos. The people who are too gullible not to do those things that they hear, they're not your enemy. The mindset, the philosophy, the behavior, that's your enemy and the producers of it. Now, so if you are a white person talking about you hate N's, you a black person talking about you hate H's or P's, you ain't even in the game. You still in the Matrix. The Matrix is a war zone. It's a war zone full of confusion. Relationship myths, racial myths, political myths, propaganda. That's why you gotta be able to escape and be a free thinker who does what's best and only retains those thoughts that's beneficial to themselves and others. And I know I'm going deep, and I know they're gonna be taking notes, but that's cool, man. You know, this is my job. So they's trying to produce these movies. Listen, I want to say to you white people, I want to say to everybody, don't be goofy enough to try to play this stuff out, man. You playing right into the hands of your real enemies by attacking any group. We Americans, like we live in America. We Americans, like, I mean, why would you try to say, well, I'm American, but he's not, and y'all both was born here? Listen, man, you gotta learn how to get along. You might need each other one day. You know, don't be that type, man. You know, just use your brain successfully. And successfully means you don't engage in no civil wars. You understand that if somebody attacks your fellow white American, fellow black American, fellow Chinese American, it's an attack on you too. Because if somebody tries to blow them to smithereens, then they ain't saying, well, I'm going to get him, but not him. No, they don't like neither one of y'all, man. That's what you got to understand. This is what you got to realize, man. Need to start reading some of these books. Like I said, I'm going to order The Art of War. It's a lot of books that explain these things, man. Explain these things. And then all of y'all that's trying to side with this person for money, for financial gain, you're going to be looking real goofy when there is no such thing as money. And they make you have the same amount. You've been sold your soul and you got the same amount as all the people who wouldn't. That's going to happen before the complete catastrophic stuff. You know, well, let me get off of here because I'm gonna go too deep. I don't need no unwanted attention.